Well, hey everyone, welcome to the new basement here in southern Delaware. We've recently moved from our former home in Northern Virginia, and this is my very first recording coming to you from the new basement. So today I'm here to demonstrate a tune off of the brand new James McMurtry album, The Black Dog and the Wandering Boy. This song is called Annie, and it's about halfway through the record. There's many great songs on this album. There's 8 new James tunes. Every one of them is a winner. This one really gets me, though. This is the one that really stopped me in my tracks when I heard it first. So it's the one I'm choosing to do for the first demo. I also have a request in for South Texas Lawmen, so that's coming next. So let's go ahead and jump in. As always, we'll do this the same way I always do. Start with the tuning. We're in natural tuning on this song with the capo on the second position. And this is one of the, 25 songs of James's that uses the same 4 damn chords, but he manages to make a completely unique song out of it every time because he's a genius, or not like you and me. So let's walk through those shapes. We're going to use only 4. That, and there's this little bit of a walk down thing. This is not one of James's harder songs to play, I will say. All right, so we're in natural tuning, second position, and we're going to be using this set of changes. I've got a link in the description below to a short 5-minute thing I did on just how he uses these chords a couple of years ago now. So it won't include later stuff, but it's all still relevant, and I won't repeat all that here. All right, so let's start here in the home position for this is going to be the G, and we're going to be doing it with these 2 fingers here on your 3rd position, and as always, I'm just pretending the capo's not even there. That's the 3rd fret. I'm not going to add 2 and all that. It's only going to cause problems. All right, so that's the G, and then the other thing with it is the C. You just move those 2 fingers over. And then the D-ish kind of chord in this configuration is, again, you're going to be leaving these 2 fingers on here continuously. You're never going to take them off, pretty much. And then G, and then this D thing he does. And so what you got to do is you're going from, having your fingers oriented this way. You've got to flip them around and end up like that. Okay, so on the right hand, and I'm doing a little bit of right hand syncopation, not much. It's pretty straightforward, and you can do those kind of hammer things while you're chugging through the progression. Let's do it again. That's how you can get a little bit more texture into your strum pattern there. Give it a little more variety. All right, so that's the change. Oh, I beg your pardon. We're not done yet. We've done the D. The last one we're going to be using a lot is this E minor thing, which is all you do is just lay your index finger down on the 2nd fret of the 5th string right there. Again, we're leaving these guys in place. That's it. Those are the 4 configurations you're going to have. The last thing I'm going to show you is this happens during the choruses. You're going to walk down to that E minor, starting from sort of the G, but you're not going to be in the full G position. You're just going to use your 2nd finger, your 1st finger, and that's, you can add that in the same way we were just doing those extra textures in the strumming pattern. We'll get to that in just a second when we get to the choruses. All will be revealed. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll just go. The first thing to do is to understand that the verses are in 2 parts. I'm going to call them A and B. As the words are written on the liner notes in the album, you see that there's a 4-line stanza and then a second 4-line and then chorus. I'm joining those 2 together because each pair is the same in between choruses, okay? It's a little bit different the first time to the second time. So let's walk through that and see how that works. introduction twice. Hadn't been much happening in the news that day. Not much or nothing on TV. Not big on Yankee baseball, I'm afraid to say. Enron didn't hardly interest me. Whoops, end on this, sorry. I changed the channel, went on up to bed. Left the phone in silent mode. Woke up next afternoon, the voicemail said, "Where the goddamn hell you been? There's 3,000 dead." And it goes into the chorus. All right, so we'll get to that in a second. All right, so what happens is the two parts of each verse are doing this. That's the same. The different part is at the end of part A. It's not big on Yankee baseball, I'm afraid to say. After that third time, E minor, C, D. That's E minor, C, D. Okay, on the first go round. On the second go round, where the goddamn hell you been? There's 3,000 dead. It's just back to the G and then straight to the D. Okay, so the first time through it's and wrong didn't hardly interest me. E minor, C or D. The second time through it's G and D. Okay, that's it. Every time of the three pairs of stanzas that form a verse that I'm in my terminology. You'll do those, the first time that way, the second time the other way. And then the choruses come in between. Choruses start in E minor. And here, what you doing in Nebraska? Do that 3 times, okay? It's E minor, C, and D. And here, what you doing in Nebraska? Does anybody know what's going on? What you doing in Nebraska? That's the third time. Now, here's where we get a little, the only fancy bit. I can't sing it when I'm playing it. And what you doing in Nebraska? Trade centers gone. Trade centers gone. So it's down, 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 down. So it's G, that walk down to E minor to C to D. And then we go back into the verse. I never thought much of the younger Bush. It's the same thing. So first verse with the 2 stanzas is the same as the second verse with its 2 stanzas. Chorus in between. After the second chorus on the studio recording, James does a little jam, little vamp over the chorus chord progression. So it's just like the chorus, and just don't sing and do whatever you want in terms of your stuff there. All right, and then after that second chorus, he goes into the third and final pair of stanzas to make the third verse. Now they tell us how he found his feet. It's the same as the first 2. The one difference is at the very end, the White House, Truman balcony, while the Pentagon still burns. Just like the other ones, it's G to that D, holding. Annie, what you doing in Nebraska? And you'll hear that on the studio recording. When he goes in, after that last set of verses there, when he goes into the chorus, he holds that for one extra beat through. Now, the song then ends with 2 renditions of the chorus. The first time, though, he changes the words up a little bit. And then on the second time through, it's the same as the previous 2 choruses. But the first time through, of course, is, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I guess we're going to war. And then he goes straight into the second version of the chorus to end the tune. Annie, what you doing in Nebraska? Okay. All right, so just to quickly recap, the chord changes in natural at second position. The verses are the same each time through, where the first half they go to that E minor, C to D thing, and then the second time through it's just the G to the D thing. Do that extra chorus there toward the end, and Bob's your uncle. So, as always, I hope this is helpful to anyone trying to learn the tunes. Great song to play. Have fun with it, and thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.